Hi everyone, welcome. And this is the last part of Azure Traffic Manager where we have configured the Traffic Manager and we have tried a lot of configurations and see how it works. But this time we will change one more settings and see how it works. Okay. So we have started to the host applications over here. You can see it is running, and you can see the global app.winelab.online is giving you a result, right? All right, so let's go and see the monitoring status and see what are the endpoint status now. You click on the endpoints, you can see both of them are online. Right, let's go and stop. Now it is pointing to the Central India application. If you go to the app services and quickly stop the Central um, India application, it has stopped. Let's refresh this. Hit a refresh and just click on browse. Just give you a 403, which is saying it is offline, right? Or it's not working. Now, if you go to the traffic manager and profiles, and if you see, and go under the endpoints and see the status, both of them are showing online. And my TTL has been reduced to 60 seconds. So in any seconds, um, if the endpoint is switched to offline status or degraded, the web app will come online under the south one. Okay, just copy this and under the edge profile, if you go here and paste this, it's still showing the center one because of the cache. If you open incognito window, it is still showing the central one. Now if you refresh this, both the endpoints are going online again. But the Central India is already stopped, which is not giving us the valid result. So what we do is we troubleshoot NSLOOKUP and do a global app.winlab.online and see if this gives you, this is giving you the central one still because this is offline yet. And how long does it take? So because right now there is a downtime, because if you do a global app.winlab.online and make some changes to this one, because this one does not take any calls, but it gives you a cache, right? So I'm saying that the central one is still active. That's problem with the configuration on the Azure Traffic Manager. In real time, what we will do is, if you go to the configuration, and if you change to, let's say, the correct one is the configuration for this one is always priority because the performance is based on the DNS query timing. So if that is the case, then it won't route if one server is offline. So all right, so endpoints. Yeah, it is now saying that this is degraded. It took a little bit of time to say that this is degraded. And if you do, now this is pointed to the South India. Okay. Okay, what if I do incognito browser, that came online to the South instance. So that does work. That we are able to switch, but the outage window is around maybe 2 to 3 minutes or something. or 2 minutes or 3 minutes it took to update. We have not done any ipconfig flush DNS. Now it is automatically has taken, and we have adjusted the TTL to 60 seconds. So in 1 minute, it switched and it searched for that particular. So what does your machine does is from the DNS, it will take the record and check the TTL. If the TTL is for 1 hour, it won't do the query again. It will stay with that. But when your TTL is less, it will take the traffic and it will look for the traffic and it will query to the DNS and then it will get the new URL. Okay. All right. So we will go through one of the other configuration in the Azure Traffic Manager. Um, but before going to that, we will start the app, which is the Central India app. We'll start this one up here. We are not going to do a full-fledged testing of it, but we will do. That is one of the important aspect of the traffic manager. If you go here and in your configuration, if you click on this one and change to geographic and click on save, okay, geomapping needs to be enabled. All right, overview, and does it allow on the fly endpoints? If it is still checking the endpoint and it is saying as a degraded. Let's wait for a few seconds. All right, so create one more to show this up. Only to show this one, Azure Traffic config, right? I would say geographic. Review and create. Click on create. So our endpoint configuration is already, it is a priority based. Now we have just created one region based one. So if you go to the endpoint and click on add, and then I can say this is the test just to show that cloud service. You can say app service, and you can say Central India and the region. So you can basically route the traffic based on the incoming request to your endpoint or your DNS record. So if this is coming from Europe and if this is coming from America, then route the traffic, or then my endpoint will be the Central India. And similarly, if I can say, if the traffic is coming from Asia, it is coming from Australia, then hit the South Indian version of the endpoint of the traffic manager. So this is one of the configuration which we can do. Basically, it's a geographic based routing. All right. Okay. So I hope that helped, and thanks so much for watching, and keep subscribing so that I can put more contents. Thank you so much.